Welcome to Proven and Probable. I'm your host Maurice Jackson, and joining me today is Ross McElroy of Fission Uranium, and we're here live at the Oxford Club Investment U Conference, and you're one of the featured speakers here today. I'm glad we have you today, sir. If you would, for the investors, the theme here has been energy. How does uranium fit into the theme of energy?
Well, uranium fits into the energy scheme very well because globally speaking, nuclear power accounts for around 15% of the overall energy need. Now, what's happening is energy consumption and demand is growing with time, and it's expected over the next 30 years to increase by about 75%. So there's a huge demand in there, and there's also a demand these days for clean energy, and that's really where the nuclear equation comes in. Clean energy on a global, scalable degree.
And there's a number of nuclear reactors that are coming online, are they not?
There are, and particularly, one of the focuses on China. China's in a huge growth spurt right now. They're building reactors at an incredible pace, and within probably 15 years they'll have reactors that surpass the number in the United States, and currently the United States has the most reactors worldwide. So China's really on an incredibly quick growth scale in the nuclear energy.
Well, Ross, speaking as a value investor, the macro picture seems great, and I think value investors realize that this is the time to be in uranium. Why should they pick your Fission Uranium to be the company?
Well, really, what we're looking at, Fission, we've got an incredible deposit that we found in the Athabasca Basin, and to touch on the Athabasca, it's probably the premier geologic district. You're getting the highest grade deposits, so in other words, the most economically viable project, but it also is a jurisdiction that allows for uranium mining, and so it's very favorable to the investment community, to miners in general, and this is, for example, why the Chinese have come shopping in the Athabasca Basin and have knocked on the door of Fission because they're very interested in an asset that we currently have, which is a RRR deposit.
Well, speaking of the Chinese, you've had two significant events since we last spoke. One of them is CGN mining. Could you elaborate on that?
I sure can. Earlier this year in January, we closed a deal with CGN, which is one of the world's largest utilities. It's a Chinese state-owned enterprise. And what they've done is they've bought a 19.9% equity position of the company, and for that we have $83 million now in the treasury from them. So they paid a premium, about a 40% premium, so shareholders can be happy about that. And we've got a very strong partnership now with the Chinese, which is, I think, a very important thing, a step going forward.
Kudos to management when you talk about mining is capital intensive. And here you are in a depressed market. We got spot prices below $30 right now,
right, and
you're able to, provide acquisitions like that. It speaks volumes for you, sir. So kudos to you.
Thank you very much.
In addition to that, how about some drill results?
Sure can. We've been very aggressive on our programs up at PLS and very successful. So it's over the last 3 years that we've been drilling it. And our last year we put out the resource estimate and the preliminary economic assessment on these two zones, the 00E and the 780. This winter, we've stepped out a further 800 meters to the west and discovered high-grade mineralization in what we now call the 840 zone. And on the other side of the trend, 500 meters to the east of the deposit, the 1620. So now we have a footprint that's 2.5 kilometers, which is very big by anybody's standard in the Athabasca Basin. In fact, I believe it's the single largest footprint for mineralized trend in the basin.
Well, that's quite impressive. And not to mention, let's backtrack slightly here if we may. We hear the terms measured, indicated, and inferred. Where's Fission with measured and indicated?
Yeah, these are classifications of resources, and really what they are, they're levels of confidence in your deposit. So inferred is the lowest level of confidence, so it's the lowest level category allowable by 43101 standards for a resource estimate. We're the next level. We're actually indicated, which is a high degree, a high level of confidence. That means that our drill holes are close enough to each other that interpretation is not make-believe, it's actually validated, it's real, and it's a kind of spacing that allows us now to do advanced economic studies on. So inferred you really can't do proper economics on, indicated you can. So it's a huge milestone, it's a big step for us.
Well, thank you for that clarification. So here we have, again, I want to just emphasize, we have a depressed market. We have a macro picture that says basically uranium is the place to be. and we have a company that has basically procured capital. You have the ore, essentially. Everything's there. For investors, how else can they contact you, and what's the best way to reach you?
Well, you can look at our website, which is fissionuranium.com. We're traded in the senior board in the TSX market, and we're available here at various trade shows. So we're always out there. We're talking to the public and we're talking to our shareholders, always giving updates. But we encourage people to come to our website and check us out.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Ross McElroy, thank you for joining us here today on Proven and Probable.
Good. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.